There's no fighters here. We're gonna have to raise our power levels so they can... Oh, never mind, they're here.
Wow, look at all those fighters.
Hello and welcome to the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi for Gamba. This is the largest Gamba we've ever done on the channel, and we're going to be using our proprietary Gamba program to... Okay, so you just picked Goldo, which means you believe he is the standout, most likely character to be playable in the BT4.
Yeah, Goldo's pretty classic.
Alright, well that's, hold on. We should probably explain what this is before going forward with our picks. The other day, Bandai Namco announced that a new installment of the Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi series has entered development. So here we have what I could narrow down to all the possible fighters that we could see in the upcoming release. And we're going to take turns drafting each character that we think is the most likely. Eventually, when the game gets released, we will return to this void of assorted fighters to see which one of us had most accurately depicted the game's launch roster. We're shooting to get part 1 out by Goku Day.
I won't accept this! How pathetic.
Hopefully we could time it with a news drop so everybody can comment, oh my god, they totally did announce Goldo. Today, I can't believe Liam was so good at predicting characters. Yeah, you picked Goldo.
Goldo.
Okay, I guess I'll make the case for Gamba. This isn't actually a bad pick. The Budokai Tenkaichi series, like a lot of Dragon Ball games, was infamous for splitting up a lot of the main characters across multiple slots.
Goku mid.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of discussion if they'll keep the old variations of Goku or if they'll amalgamate the early, mid, and end forms into a single DBZ Goku. Because Goku End is not even close to the end of the series in 2023. Really what you want is a Goku with these 3 forms and then a Goku with the new forms and then a GT Goku. Since we have absolutely no information at the moment on how the developers are approaching implementing all the different characters, characters like Goldo, who has no variations, are actually more valuable since the slot here gives you 100% of every single Goldo appearance. We're also probably going to cite video game appearances a lot in this. Goldo, as it says at the top, is a veteran of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. He was in the previous game. That being said, I don't think anyone's expecting this game's roster to be as big as BT3's, mainly because they don't have the previous games to build off of. In terms of modern content, he's playable in Xenoverse, but the most recent Dragon Ball media at the time of release was Battle of Gods, so we still don't really have a good idea of how Gerudo stacks against the new lineup of Dragon Ball fighting game picks.
And he's in fighters.
I guess that's a good opportunity to bring up that we're not counting extraneous content that isn't playable fighters. Sometimes in these Gambas we like to include bonus points for like a background element or an assist, but in this, because of the scope, I think it's more interesting to only limit points to playable fighter slots. Yeah. But with all that out of the way, you frickin' know that this isn't the most likely character. I need you to take this seriously. We have movement technology now. There's no more cluttered Gambas.
Oh.
Obviously, there's an elephant in the room. I'm sure when I opened this, you noticed, where the hell is Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Son Goku? Well, he's not on here because he's already been announced to be in the game.
Ah.
Yeah, so that's the only character we know about. There's Kaioken Goku, which you may say, why are there Kaioken forms if they've never been considered forms, if they're techniques? Well, we're trying to cover all our bases here. If there's a form specified, so we have Super Saiyan forms for DBS. This is Son Goku if the DBS version has his own Super Saiyan form, because maybe he's been portrayed to use different abilities or something. That'll count. If there is just a Super Saiyan God Goku or a Golden Frieza that isn't specified to be a DBS variation, you'll still get the point. You know what I mean? If there's just Super Saiyan BT4 Goku, but it's not considered GT Goku, it'll still count. And some of them, it'd just be too redundant. Like, there's DBZ Goku, there's not Super Saiyan DBZ Goku. If there's just a Super Saiyan Goku, we'll figure it out. And with that being said, I pick Krillin. I think he is the most likely character to be in this game. I don't think there's a single Dragon Ball game he's not playable in. He's realistically the most popular character without any forms or transformations, at least the most notable and recognizable, and probably has the most screen time, and it's probably in the most games out of characters that don't have forms. I mean, Piccolo used to not have forms, but even in Budokai Tenkaichi, he was split up between Kami fused and not Kami fused. And I know Xenoverse gets in a nitty-gritty with Krillin variations. This is the Namek arc, this is hair version, this is taco shirt, but this is a nice drawing of him. He's usually not drawn very well in modern times. Oh, he has a unique power set too. Destructo Disc, the yellow beams, jumping Kamehameha. Yeah. So you think Mr. Satan will make it?
He saved the world from Cell.
That's true. His level 3 in Budokai Tenkaichi, I don't know if you know. Well, first of all, they gave him the jetpack so he could fly, which is very iconic. And his level 3, he would summon Majin Buu to attack you, which I always thought was really creative.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Or not, I don't know if it's level 3, but you know what I mean, his ultimate attack. He doesn't really have many new attacks besides the Super Satan that Dragon Ball Super introduced, which I'm sure if they brought him back, they would probably introduce that since it would bring a lot of buzz. It's a very good trailer reveal. It's definitely something they'd want to throw, maybe even on the box. Although nowadays they just put Goku alone on the box. I don't think there's anything left to say. He really doesn't do a lot in Dragon Ball Super.
No.
When they announced Dragon Ball would be coming back, I think a lot of people still assume that Toriyama has a lot planned for this character, especially because he was one of those characters that kept getting lore after the series ended. Like, iconically, we got a first name reveal, Mark. Like, apparently he met Tao Pai Pai at one point, and then he got beat up because he made fun of his hair. And they could do an episode about that in the game, because you know they like to make little storylines, little what ifs. So they could include that battle for the first time in any Dragon Ball media, maybe. And the percentage works now. We are officially 0.8% complete with the Gamba. We'll do something cool. Future Trunks from Dragon Ball Super. So this was a character that was in Dragon Ball Super. But it's still a little risky because the main factor behind his inclusion in Xenoverse 2 was to capitalize on the hype of the new arc that had just started at the time. So under normal circumstances, when the character isn't as hot, it's hard to say. Although he has so many unique abilities and his own transformations. So.
Wow, this is just not gonna happen at all.
What, the manga characters?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Just because they haven't been added to the other?
They just don't want to acknowledge that they exist in any other form other than the manga right now. They're not in anything.
But do you think that's because of an internal strategy to hold them off until the next big release?
I don't know. I guess they think that people are gonna get mad if they see these characters before they're in the anime. But I don't know. The anime's not. No, we don't know if it's ever coming back. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I already made a thumbnail with Black Frieza on it, so you might not even be picked till part 2. But you don't want to be spoiled on what's in the video, so. You ever click on a top 10 video, but the thumbnail had number 1 on it? Like, you want to find out about the top 10 Sonic characters, but the thumbnail had Sonic in it, so it spoiled number 1 for you. Your turn. Okay, so we're getting a lot of Ginyu Force picks right off the rip. This seems like the most likely member.
I think they're all safe. I think Ginyu Force is really safe.
Yeah, especially considering these games like to do their big story modes where you do like every important fight in the series. And this was a pretty important fight against these guys, right? You had Vegeta teaming up with Gohan and Krillin for the first time, and Goku and Vegeta teaming up. Oh, not really. And Ginyu has always been a fun character in the video games because you get to switch your opponent's character. It's one of the most unique characters in Dragon Ball games generally. So. I think the humans are the safest bet. Roshi has been... He jumped in popularity since Budokai Tenkaichi 3. They've given him a lot to do compared to other humans, to be honest. In Super, in both Resurrection F was sort of his return to being relevant, and then Tournament of Power gave him a lot to work with in both.
And he was in Fighters.
Yeah, they added him to Fighters, and he has one of the most detailed movesets in that game. A lot of references throughout the original series. He's sort of like the Dragon Ball original run rep, which used to sort of been devoted to Kid Goku. The only new attack that he really does is, I guess, the big combo from Resurrection F, but the Mafuba has become a lot more iconic, so they might try to incorporate it. Yeah, Roshi's super safe, I think. And he has a new costume. A lot of these characters have a lot more costumes that I hope make it in. There are some missing characters, but we have the other categories again. There's a create a character. There's some original Paragon art. I don't want to steal any fan art, so anytime there is an official art...
So you made this version of Paragon?
Yeah, it's my own original.
What in the hell is this? Oh, is this the Gotti? Oh, I heard about this. He fuses with the audience.
Yeah, this is from the Dragon Ball 3D movie where Guardians fights God Broly. And then there's other fusions like Weirus or maybe a Zeno fusion where they both fuse with each other. There's other Great Apes. So Budokai Tenkaichi 3, all the characters from that game are back on here. However, that game notoriously had a lot of Great Ape transformations. Fasha, Raditz, Nappa, King Vegeta, Tullus, all of them had Great Ape transformations, which was clearly roster filler. I sort of consolidated all of these into another Great Ape category. But the iconic ones like Goku, Zuzaru, which is more of a generic one. Great Ape Vegeta, Golden Great Ape Baby, you know. There's other forms. I tried to include like a couple what ifs, like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Broly are iconic. Whatever else, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. I don't know, there's certain things you can't predict, like Ultra Ego Bardock or whatever, you know. There's so many forms now and nothing sacred with Dragon Ball. It just obviously wouldn't be possible to include every combination of form and character.
Well, in that case, I think I'm going to be selecting other.
So do you have a character in mind that isn't on this list that they could join the new fight?
Well, I haven't seen the whole list.
Oh, there is an other Gods of Destruction too. That's what the Universe 1 guy is.
There's just a chance that maybe we get a new original.
That's true. Besides the creative character, they could just throw in an OC just for the sake of story mode. Or I guess Fighters did have a completely original character that stuck around. And then I guess they do that a lot now that I think about it, because we have Shalot on here. There's Beat for Heroes, and like I said, Android 21. Xenoverse had a lot of weirdos, but a lot of them were carryovers from Dragon Ball Online. That's a good point. I didn't really have an OC as an option because that's not true to the original Budokai games. That was a good point, Liam. I'm struggling to think of what else other could refer to. The kid... The bee that Krillin fights apparently is pretty strong.
What?
Did you not hear about?
What is the bee?
Krillin apparently loses to the mosquito from the Dragon Ball Super movie. You know the kid who has the Despicable Me guy? He makes little robot bugs, and apparently Krillin loses to one of them.
Wow.
So they honestly could throw in the dude from Despicable Me and have him like throw bees at you or whatever, because he doesn't have a force field and stuff. Like, he considers himself a fighter.
Yeah,
so that could have made the cut, I guess.
Dr. Hedo.
Dr. Hedo, there we go. Or maybe they'll add more Jiro lore, because then they sort of throw in like, oh, he has other kids or like other dads or something. I don't know if I still have an other Tournament of Power category or not. There's a lot of fighters I introduced there that they could kind of shoot.
Yeah.
I do have Vegeta's mom, if you see right above the turtle, just in case they want to reveal some more lore.
Oh yeah.
So
it's a fan favorite character.
I tried to cover my bases here. Okay. Well, comment below what the most likely other character you think is the game. All right, let's go. I think Karifra is a good pick because it's only her. I mean, Kefira will also be there, but she's very popular, and you like to do the role play where you play as them and then you fuse in the battle, which you don't get to do as much anymore, and you get to sell costumes for her.
Is this?
That's from the movie I was talking about, the 4D experience where he fights Guardians, which apparently isn't his name. It's God Fusion Goku, but I think Guardians is funnier.
Ooh, Wait, what the fuck is this?
Bardock,
How do you
DBS.
separate them like this?
Because they're. What do you mean? Why do I separate them? That's the point. Everyone's separated too much, and they're pretty different. Okay, so you pick Chaozu.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one because Chaozu has basically disappeared from the plot entirely in Modern Dragon Ball. So
Yeah,
it's
but
easy-
he is an OG Z fighter.
He is an OG. He's from the original. He's a veteran, so he probably will return. You gotta make it seem like this is a really serious thing. You pick Chaozu before Tien, bro? Comment below about
yeah, but
how you wouldn't have done that. in the
You
comments.
probably have like 3 different versions of Tien on this list.
Well, you could just look and see that there's only one version.
Well, that's dumb. There's like 3 different versions of Tien that you could have
I
used.
don't know about all that.
DB Super Tien, DBZ Tien,
He
and
has the
then
same
Dragon Ball
personality.
Original Tien. No, in Dragon Ball Original, he doesn't have the same personality.
Yeah, but in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, they didn't split them up, and they're gonna consolidate what was already there to make room for new stuff. So you're not holding a lot of water.
I'm holding a lot of. I'm literally holding
Unlike
a water
a
bottle.
Namekian. Chaozu, I'm gonna pick Tien just to flex. Tien's one of the most popular humans. He's never gets the time of day in Super for whatever reason, despite always coming through, fighting way above his weight class in Z. I think that's why everyone likes him. He's also pretty cool. He's very ripped. Yeah, Tien's fucking cool.
See, all these like separating the forms out stressing me out. Because even if I click these forms, if I don't click if they're separated,
Well,
Or
like
if
I
they're
said,
not
if
separate.
there's no analog for Ultra Instinct in another category, if that's there, you'll get it.
Eh.
That's a safe bet.
Eh.
I mean, there's definitely still a lot of safe picks. I don't know why you're taking so long. Android 16.
one form and he's an iconic character.
Out of all the androids, he's gotten the least amount of modern representation, but he did sort of get more lore in the sense that in the show, not the show, but in an on-screen, in storyline depiction, they've finally elaborated on his familial connections to Dr. Gero, and then they gave him a mommy. He has a unique design and moveset, and I think he elevated in popularity because of fighters. I'm going to pick Jiren. Jiren is a brand new character with no transformations that obviously will make the cut because he has one of the most iconic fights against the main character. People got really excited about him despite not really being the most unique design or interesting personality. I think you just sort of have to include him. I think it's safe to say the Tournament of Power is the most popular Dragon Ball Super arc, and there's not much of a Tournament of Power without Goku and Jiren. The Future Trunks and Universe 6 arc are people have opinions about them, but regardless of even quality, there was a strong cultural impact of this arc between both Goku and Jiren and Goku going Ultra Instinct. Something about it really just caught people. Even though there's a lot to critique about the character, I think it's a no-brainer inclusion. This is the next generation of Budokai Tenkaichi. I have a feeling the first thing a lot of people will do when they get the game is pick Ultra Instinct Goku versus Jiren on that Tournament of Power stage. Yeah, Jiren. It's also a nice screenshot I grabbed. He doesn't look cool that often in my opinion, but it's a good still. Okay, Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, that's a good one. That's a very popular character.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of the most iconic Gohans.
When they announced Dragon Ball FighterZ, it was Goku, Vegeta, and this version of Gohan. So it probably is the most popular version of Gohan. Although, now adult Gohan's in Fortnite, so...
Yeah, plus like it's pretty impactful when you look at the Gohan B-stacks.
And obviously, people are going to want to do now like a team of all the Gohans. Now that there's a new one. I'll be the first to pick Goku. I think we'll have Ultra Instinct Goku in the game. This is one of those forms where in the show they apply way too many filters. So I ended up having to trace over the outlines to make it legible when it's all zoomed out. But yeah, there's not really much to say. This is a very popular form. We'll probably get both black and white versions. He's got a unique fighting style compared to how Goku normally fights. He's in fighters, yeah.
I'm gonna do same kind of reasoning. Supercell is like one of the most iconic villains, and they should definitely do at least Supercell if...
You think they won't just have Perfect Cell maybe this time instead of having an...
Dude, don't keep stressing me out. about.
I think in Budokai Tenkaichi they have a weird naming scheme, which Super Perfect is already kind of a goofy name, but they have Cell, Perfect Form, and then Perfect Cell. But yeah, good pick, Liam. Cell is very popular. We shouldn't really justify a lot of this because now we're 4% in, and it's been 53 minutes. Yamcha will make it. Yamcha is way more popular than he was when Budokai Tenkaichi 3 came out. He was a base roster fighters character. He definitely has a unique fighting style, which I don't know really how unique the normals are in these Budokai Tenkaichi games. But yeah, I also have a variation that's just Yamcha powerful. If they want to go that route, I know Xenoverse made him like a secret boss at one point. So they might have a version where he's just really strong for the memes or whatever. Same with Super Satan. He's an extremely popular character, meme or not. And he's from the original arc. He was the first person to beat Goku.
Mm-hmm.
You chose Janemba. Do you think Janemba's more likely than Majin Buu?
No.
I'll choose Majin Buu. Fat version. If there had to only be one for some reason, it would either be this or Kid Buu. And this is slightly more unique, I think, maybe, I don't know. He's in more of the story because they take the time to give him a proper character arc and allow him to make connections with other characters. He also persists beyond the end of the manga because unlike Kid Buu, spoiler alert, he doesn't die at the end, which gives him future potential, which none of the other forms really have, unless he gets fit again. So you think Tullus will return?
Yeah, Turles is everyone's favorite and most remembered movie villain. So I think he's a shoo-in.
Yeah, I don't know. Movie characters to me always felt like the sort of grab bag, besides Broly, of characters that you add to your game after you've already exhausted the entire Z roster and then don't really want to do GT and Dragon Ball, at least back in the day. They're probably starting from scratch. Tullus wasn't even in the launch Xenoverse, and that was before Tournament of Power stuff, Liam. So I don't know, you're playing a little risky. Speaking of Dragon Ball Super characters, I think we can agree that the most important and popular Dragon Ball Super character is Lord Beerus, right?
Yep.
He restored the Dragon Ball franchise practically all by himself. He was the perfect character to introduce. Very strong, very different, likable, not a hero, not a villain. Purple, good design, different design. He's sort of stagnated in terms of relevancy. He doesn't do anything since Battle of Gods, really. Like he killed Zamasu.
He eats food.
And yeah, he eats food, which is very funny the more they make the joke. I do hope he starts to participate in the story. This is completely irrelevant to the game. It's kind of annoying that he's just there. You wish like he would become a Z fighter and try to protect the Earth at some point. But he's a bit too powerful always, so... He'll be there because everybody wants to do big powerful Saiyans versus Beerus in their what-if fights, you know? Oh, so you chose Dispo after I chose Beerus.
Yeah, he's got a unique design. He's purple. See, I think it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they go super hard. They could they'll just put all the Pride Troopers in.
I don't think we'll get all 10 or whatever. But yeah, I'm sure Toppo Dispo will make it alongside Jiren just so they can sort of give Ultra Instinct Goku more. I guess he doesn't really fight them, but Gohan fights Dispo, right? Frieza fights Dispo. They want to throw in those to sort of beef up the story arc and make it feel like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's so funny. I think one person in the Tournament of Power mentions that they look similar. Which you weren't following Dragon Ball when this storyline is releasing. But there were so many theories about why is there a character that looks like Beerus? Are Beerus and Champa from Universe 10? Or whatever their universe is? Is that why they're so strong? There were so many interesting ideas put forward, but then it was never elaborated on. Right, I think Hitsan will join. Again, he's a very popular character. Unique design, not just another Saiyan. Very unique moveset. He doesn't throw any ki blasts, really. He puts his hands in his pockets and he has an unblockable attack. It's very fun. He can time skip. He's very cool, right? There's not much more news than another purple character. He wasn't in the last... I think any character that isn't in the last Tenkaichi 3, they're going to want to push really hard. Right, so he shows base form Burori-san from Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah,
movie.
I think so. Base forms are pretty safe because if it follows the Budokai formula, then there'll probably be base form.
Yeah, but wouldn't
there's a
Legendary
lot
Super
of
Saiyan de facto be the most likely version they pick if they
yes.
had? Okay. All right. Well, obviously this Broly will return because people are gonna want to do both Broly battles, a team of Broly and Kale or whatever. Whatever else they want to do, a what if where they fight. He's become a Z fighter now in the main continuity. I don't know if he actually ever fights any villains yet, but
You know that he was in the manga. They finally they said he is in the manga because they go, we can't show the Gogeta and
yeah, it's too much.
Broly
It's too
fight.
powerful for the manga. But yeah, I obviously he might not have a lot to do because Super's not very good at managing its ensemble, and it keeps growing. Beerus and Hit are never really gonna get to do anything because they can't even give Gohan and Piccolo anything to do without completely removing half the characters. But I think this version of Broly is really, really popular, and it always helps that people can argue about which Broly's better because it makes people talk about the brand more. So they're gonna want to add both. Golden Frieza will be there, right? You could count on Final Form Frieza, but there's two, so that's a little risky. Mecha Frieza might return, or maybe he'll be downgraded into a costume because he doesn't really do anything unique. But Golden Frieza is for sure going to be there. He's an install in fighters. He's very iconic. Black Frieza is probably more in demand right now, but as we've talked about, manga characters are sort of a up in the air situation. So Golden is, I think, the safest form on this list.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And they can do the movie arc with Golden Frieza, and they can include his battles in the tournament arc. And it wasn't in Tenkaichi 3. That's another thing. They could be like, wow.
I think. Oh shit!
Okay, so you chose.
No! Undo.
No, you can't undo. What do you mean? Did you not mean?
I didn't mean to click it. I meant to click the blue one.
There's no undo. There's no undo. It's not real. I can't do about it. You think, dude? It's Super DBS Gogeta will be there.
If you take blue, I'm gonna burn you at the stake.
Okay, how about I pick base form Gogeta, so it's fair? Or do you think that's not very fair?
What? Whatever. Pick whoever you want. I picked Gogeta Super because he's cool. I wanted to pick blue.
Okay, I'll pick something. I'll pick something weaker, because this one is the iconic Super Gogeta.
Yeah.
What's equal to Super Gogeta in risk? I guess Super Saiyan Broly, not Legendary Super Saiyan, and not Restricted Super Saiyan. Or I guess Restricted is more equal, right? This one? I'll pick this one for you, Liam. I'm doing this for you. When Broly goes into Super Saiyan and his hair is a weird color because he's got bracelets on.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Now you can pick whatever you want.
I picked blue because blue's a lock.
Yeah, it wasn't in the last game. People really like it. It has a very intense fight with the new Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. People really like Gogeta a lot.
I have it on my desk.
Really, you have a figure?
I have a blue Gogeta on my desk.
That's funny because Molly, a long time ago, got me a blue Vegito figurine.
Yeah, you like Vegito more, don't you?
Yeah, well, you should probably like Vegeta more because he's cooler.
What?
He's got two bangs. He has a unique outfit. He actually participates in the manga. It's a permanent transformation, so it actually has commitment to it. Well, it was permanent. He's got cool earrings. I don't know why you would like Gogeta more, to be honest.
Because he's cool. I also really like him in Fusion Reborn. I think that's where he's the best.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the movie for about a minute. He has the better name, I'll give you that. But that's only because of issues. You know the full story? Toriyama wanted to have a fusion between Goku and Vegeta, but the movie beat him to it. Even though the manga came out first, he was told that they were going to go through with a Gogeta fusion. So Toriyama had to invent the Patara earrings at the last second to give them a different fusion option. And in some ways the earrings make more sense because they're not exactly very close in height, and that was sort of a requisite to performing the fusion technique. Whatever. Gogeta. I pick Android 18. She's generally the go-to fighting game pick for female Dragon Ball characters.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I was right.
Cooler. It's the more iconic of Lord King Cold's kids. Personally.
Why are you picking the less popular ones?
Everyone loves base Cooler. It's really unique.
Okay, so Liam picked base form Cooler. I'm gonna pick final form Cooler, where he has the big head spikes. This is the one that's in Dragon Ball Fighters. They'll probably both be in the game realistically, but you know.
I'm gonna choose Gotenks 3.
You know why I never thought Cooler was very interesting?
Why?
Just thinking about this. Well, obviously he's derivative of Frieza and he's not canon. But by the time they're stronger than Frieza, they're so much stronger than Frieza that another Frieza's... Besides the fact that we did get another Frieza in King Cold and we beat him so fast, it's like, okay, you know? It's not very threatening whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, sure, the movie takes place before Future Trunks appears, but we all know about Future Trunks by the time the movie comes out. We all know that Super Saiyan's just broken us out. So it's like, okay, whatever. You're not that cool. Even if you are like, what, 5% stronger than Frieza realistically? Wow, your final form makes you still weaker than Super Saiyan? Who cares, dude? Okay, yeah, Gotenks 3. This one's in Fighters. Gotenks will probably return, because he's very important to the manga, although he hasn't done a whole lot again. And he's kind of not very well liked to a lot of people. He has a unique moveset. He's got the donuts. He's got the
ghosts.
He's got the
volleyball.
Yeah, he has the volleyball. That's true. He fires a lot of ki blasts. The Die missile barrage. That's very unique.
Yeah.
Goku Black Rose. I mean, I think it's a lock. Goku Black's easy to develop, I can imagine, because he has a lot of Goku's moves, just with different colors. He's got Goku's general model. He's very, very popular. This version is probably the most popular look for him. You can hire the same voice actor. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla.
Yeah, I think Kefla 2 will be in the game because everyone likes Kefla, and by everyone I mean apparently she's some people really hate her and some people... I like Kefla, I think
it's more from the perspective of just the general ease of the Universe 6 Saiyans competing with the 7 Saiyans despite not really going through much trauma, you know? Mm-hmm. You can tell that the writers want you to like a character, and it gets grating when they keep appearing and they compete with forms that the characters we've been following have gone through a lot to achieve. At least the design is very unique. I like Kefra, I guess. I don't know. They'll probably end up going with Super Kefra, like not even Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2. But I guess whether or not it'll count is if they have lightning, I guess, is like a good metric. Kid Buu will return. We already kind of explained with Fat Buu, he is one of the most iconic forms. You found him. It's the Invisible Man. You chose Merge Zamatsu without any corruption.
Yeah, because I think this has the most widely available moveset. They have it kind of down with Fighters.
Mm-hmm. The purple one isn't in the manga, so that was an anime original. So I think that's why Fighters went with this one. Although, I think maybe you would agree the purple one is a more interesting design. Because it's got the asymmetry, he's got a big hand.
It's a cool little corrupted thing.
It's a cool idea, too, the idea of like, yeah, what does happen when they fuse together? What if a girl and a boy fuse? What happens? These were the questions people had when Dragon Ball, the manga, was out. They're like, well, what if somebody that was immortal fused with somebody that wasn't immortal? That was a real question people had, and then Dragon Ball Super answered it, which was, it makes you go crazy. Beast Gohan. I mean, this...
Oh, that's a tough pick.
So this is a new form that's very, very popular. They keep putting him in the games, so he has like box art potential right now.
They don't keep putting him in the games.
He just got put in the Xenoverse.
I don't think he's even in that release.
Yes.
Is he?
They put Beast Gohan and they gave the create character Beast form.
Is he out yet, though?
I don't know. Why does that matter?
Oh, he just came out. They've been pushing it off for quite a while.
He's not in Fortnite for some reason, but the axe is in Fortnite. This is like a box art character, dude. They're okay with pushing this one, and there's no better time to push him. If they wait a year to add him, he's not gonna be as cool because probably some other Dragon Ball shit's out. It's fucking old news, you know? Beast form. And he has a different moveset. He's got a one-handed blast instead of the two-handed blast.
Oh no! God damn it!
So you chose Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, which is your first bid on the Goku row.
God, I saw no eyebrows, so I just assumed it was. Oh my god. Yeah, everyone's favorite Goku from GT, not 4, 3. Okay, you can go now.
Okay. Well, I mean...
No, we're not going to discuss it. We're just going to move on.
Okay. Super Saiyan God Goku. This is, I think, the most underutilized form in the franchise. It's so cool.
The fact that they just kind of like threw regular God to the side for Blue is like crazy.
They never explained what Blue, even how they got to Blue, how Vegeta got red. I just, you know, I like the color red anyways. I like that it has pupils. I like that it doesn't spike the hair. It's much more differentiated than regular Super Saiyan than Blue. They draw it so nicely. Every time it comes back, you could tell the people making the show like the form. I don't know why they got rid of it. I like that it makes you skinnier. Just everything about it is differentiated and unique and feels godly. And it's gonna come back, obviously, because they want to do a Battle of Gods arc that doesn't have a competing form on this Gamba, so yeah. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. End.
This is like the iconic Buu saga form. Besides Vegito, everyone loves 3. It's a fan favorite. The animators hate 3, but everyone loves 3.
It's a video game, so it doesn't matter.
But
it's his strongest manga form. It looks so cool. The iconic reveal.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Future Trunks with Sword Super Saiyan. This is the one that's in Fighters.
It's the one that slices Frieza up.
This might be the most engaged I was ever in a show. The pacing whiplash of fighting Frieza. I mean, everyone talks about this every day. Fighting Frieza for like 90 episodes, going through the entire fucking 6th grade, fighting Frieza, and then one day this bloke just comes out of nowhere and cuts him in half, one shot. It literally plays out exactly how a kid would think, like, oh man, what a strong sword. And then he gives him the sword and he kills him. It's like, oh no, he's not the sword. I mean, it's the most popular version of Trunks. Must be, right? Just because of that alone. I mean, what competes with Super Saiyan Trunks with sword?
Bardock.
He's not a version of Trunks.
Or sorry, not Bardock. It's Bojack Trunks. The people really like that design.
Yeah, but it's not even part of the story.
I know.
And he's not even in Fighters, so fucking debunked. Farmer.
Oh god. I hope not.
He wasn't even in 3, so
it's so bad. We didn't even finish this movie.
But you like Superhero, which is a ripoff of Bio Broly.
It's not a ripoff of Bio Broly.
It's a total
what are you talking about? No, it's not.
Gotenks becomes fat, and then Android 18 volleys him at the villain. It's a villain that they try to recreate. And he doesn't have any of the personality of the original.
Either I'm completely blind, or you don't have him on here.
Who? What are you talking about?
Mr. Popo.
Mr. Popo has never fought a battle, has he?
Yes, he has.
What, he's trained
He's literally
Goku?
in Budokai 3.
He's playable in Budokai 3?
Yeah.
What? No, I'm Googling. Budokai 3 roster. You're talking about Budokai 3 or Budokai Tenkaichi 3?
BT4.
I think you are wrong. I mean, I basically copy-pasted the BT3 roster as a foundation for this Gamba, so I don't know how I could have not included somebody. He might have been like a voice actor in the game. There's Spopovich. Are you thinking of Spopovich? He's not a playable character.
I could have sworn I played Mr. Popo.
What moves would he do?
You know his... Oh, I remember.
Who did you think was Mr. Popo? You
No. We were playing a modded version.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that he turned into a god of destruction in that version. Okay, well, he's in other anyways.
If he for some reason joins, then you will get him.
Super Bardock? Because they seem to not want old Bardock.
Well, you can't really not use Super Bardock when the main timeline is using Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
That being said, Fighters did use this design.
Yeah.
And Super Saiyan Bardock did not exist when Budokai Tenkaichi 3 came out. And for some reason it stuck, even though nobody has watched episode of Bardock and nobody even likes it.
It's so
anyways.
bad.
But it did make it into Fighters. And they like to give people Super Saiyan forms. It's very easy to do. Speaking of which, Super Saiyan Nappa. JK. It's a little joke. You notice Trunks and Goten didn't go Super Saiyan in that movie. I didn't realize it. I had to make original assets. Alright, well, I believe... I think it's Aang can save the world.
The Avatar?
The Avatar. Frost-san.
What the why?
What do you mean, why? He's very popular.
No, he's not. Everyone hates this character. This character sucks.
He's cool.
No, he's not.
He beats Goku. He almost beats
cheating.
Vegeta. That's cool. That's different.
No, it's not.
That's new.
It's lame. It's lame. And Cooler is a copy of Frieza, but Cooler's cooler.
No, Frost is better than Cooler.
That's just not true. You
Yes, it
can't
is.
say that. There's
Yes,
no
it
way
is.
you just said
Cooler is lame. He
malarkey like
has
that.
cool
There's no way.
animation. He's
Oh my
animated
God.
in a more interesting way. That's it. His character is just the same shit. It's dumb that he saw Goku fly away conveniently, and now that's his big fucking ironic ending. Frost is a different guy that we thought was a good guy at first. Maybe it would have been more interesting if he was. He goes Form 3 and everybody calls it out, which is funny because Form 3 is a very distinctive look. He has a really good fight with Roshi, which Roshi is way too good at fighting him, but it's a cool opportunity. He kills Krillin, which was bad, or he pushes Krillin off, which sucked. But I think his fights are the most engaging because it's not just who's the most powerful, which Frieza always was. He's like always trying to trick people. It's entertaining. I'd like to see more of Frost. And I like his design. I think it's cool that he's like he
Yeah, I
has
think the color
pointy
palette
nose.
swap of Frieza is really cool.
No, he has black pants. He has like smooth ears. I don't know why you're hating so much on Frost. Comment below if you agree.
Raditz.
I mean, they will have Raditz just because they like to do the story stuff, and that has to
I
be
can't
the
wait to
first
see
step.
him do Double Sunday. I thought Raditz was always extremely underutilized. I wish they brought him back.
I always
somehow
thought he
in
looked
an
kind of
interesting
dumb.
way.
I don't know why he has like a red band on his leg. You know what I mean? What's that for? Why is he so angry?
Because his planet got exploded.
He doesn't care. Saiyans really never gave a shit about that. You know what I mean?
Vegeta cared.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't he literally tell Dodoria, I don't care?
He was fronting. He did care.
Perhaps. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is probably objectively...
What's happening?
Hey, Weasel Duke. We're doing a Dragon Ball Z Gamba. I don't know if you even want to look at this because of spoilers or whatever.
Dude, no, I'm good.
You're good? Wait, I don't know what that means.
I mean, I'm good. I'll look.
Look at how far
Wait,
the
do you
program
guys
has come. It's like
You guys
dim
just
and
went
you
in
can
a
highlight it.
line?
No, that's the new thing. Liam, pick something to show Weasel Duke.
It's Bojack full power. Now watch. If you look down at the bottom, now he's
Oh.
there.
See, it
Whoa.
doesn't clutter up the middle. It'll always be focused towards the thing. The only downside is like maybe you'll see something in the bottom left and now it's in a different spot later on.
Choose the rat, Frank. Frank, choose the rat.
We got to talk more about Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta because you have to be able to do both blue characters fighting each other, and the only character we know of right now is Blue Goku. You know?
Oh, that's actually very true. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, BoJack Full Power. I don't know. You really like these movie characters. I never cared. about
Everyone
any of
loves the movie characters.
I never liked any of the movies. I think they're all bad. The original 13 are just lame. They all suck. I like the way they look. The animation is really nice.
So you do like them.
No, I never liked how they didn't actually happen. I always felt ripped off. Like when I found out that they were movies and I watched them and they didn't make sense, I got like really angry.
Yeah, but they're just fun watches. Like Fusion Reborn's a fun watch.
I don't really care for it. I like Super Saiyan 3 and how it's drawn in that movie. That's about it.
Choose the rat.
Who's the rat?
The rat with sunglasses.
Can I get a cardinal direction?
Quadrant 2.
Are you talking about this?
No, the rat with sunglasses.
Oh, Master Carrot. It's a
Yeah.
rabbit. You watched this section, didn't you? You get sent to the moon.
No.
He turns people
Not
into
to.
carrots. It's the funniest thing. This is from the original. This is like the first story arc.
From Dragon Ball?
Yeah, do you not remember he turns people into carrots and Goku sends him to the moon?
In the original Dragon Ball?
It's like gotta be like chapter 2.
Of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball!
Yeah, well, I don't remember this.
Liam, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Master Carrot. Do you know, Toriyama said he survived when Roshi destroyed the moon?
really. He's just floating around in space.
Yeah, he's just floating around. I'm not gonna pick whatever you tell me. This guy wasn't even in the last game.
The rat.
I guess base form Goku Black is a good one. So he'd probably have his regular form. He looks kind of cool with just the black hair anyways.
It's cool.
Imperfect Cell.
I think it's got a cool. It's a different body type in Dragon Ball, and I think it's a cool form.
It's more interesting when he copies people's attacks because it's like a creepy bug man doing Kamehameha, not just some buff dude again. Plus he sucks. Orange Piccolo will be there.
Just worried they're gonna be DLC.
Ooh, that's a good speculation. Because they can pretend
why-
that they didn't exist when they were developing the game.
That's why I don't think that Beast would be in it either, potentially. Off rip.
Yeah, that's so lame that that's like totally what's gonna happen.
Orange Piccolo's cool, and we want it in more games so we can actually.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but who cares what I think?
Mm-hmm.
I'm only.
Who gives a
correct.
rat's ass?
The rat.
That being said,
Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a fan favorite character. Some people say it's the best looking Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and they also like fucking furry characters. They like that he's all furry and fucking.
I feel like it'd be weird if they didn't put it in the game.
Yeah, he was in the last game. That was a big selling point of Budokai Tenkaichi 3 to me, because these GT characters weren't in Raging Blast. Even though I didn't really care about any of them, it was just like, well, 4 must be cooler than 3, and I want to do 4 Goku versus 4 Vegeta. And then now you can do 4 Goku versus Blue Goku and all that stuff. Sure. I'm a little confused on which Super Saiyan counts if it's just Dragon Ball Goku. You know, it must be early or mid, I guess, right? The first time he goes Super
Are
Saiyan
you
takes
saying
priority.
Namek? Namek is mid.
Mid is whatever mid is, because it could also be Cell if he can't go Super Saiyan 2 yet, right?
Yeah, but I'm assuming that they'd probably pick whichever you're gonna pick.
Wait, what if I guess maybe it is, because End would have the instant Kamehameha and this one would have the angry Kamehameha. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Super Saiyan Goku from mid. Weasel Duke, do you have anything else you might want to comment? Because I feel bad if we're just spoiling things for no reason passively. You know what I mean?
No.
I just don't want to do that.
Blue Vegito, because, and as I spoil it, it's a very important character in Super. It has a cool moveset.
We can call you in at the end with Ben, and you can both cast your predictions.
Okay, when does the thing start?
What does what start? The ending?
No, wait, like they're revealing characters, right? That's what you're voting on?
Yeah, we win when this game comes out, and we.
Oh, well, I thought the game comes out like today.
No. We don't even know what year it's coming out.
Oh,
we only know about one character. We've only
it
seen
Golden
1
Week? Is
second of
that-
footage.
Is that what's going on?
It's
Or
Goku Day.
Goku Day.
5-9.
It's like that's in like what 8 days or something.
Yeah.
Alright, let me know when you're done.
Okay, see you, dude.
Bye, guys.
Okay, you picked Super Saiyajin Blue Vegito.
Yeah, because he fucking is in the Zamasu fight.
Yeah, he's in a major fight. He's popular. It's an easy color swap. If they put one Vegito in, they can do all of them.
hmm And he has a good, cool moveset because he has like the sword.
Yeah, he has the sword. This is why Vegito's cooler. He has the sword, which is more interesting than fucking Kingdom Hearts
Okay,
sparkly
but-
glitter.
But what about this? I mean, I
What-
change your mind.
Okay, if it's like porn that you're gonna post of Gogeta, I don't want to see it particularly.
Wait, see what?
What do you mean? What you said? This is gonna change your mind, and you're gonna post porn of Gogeta. This
I'm
is like your
literally
main
not.
joke. What is? I don't even know what this is. Is this a fan cam? This is like a purple question mark that you just sent. Okay, TikTok. Yeah, this is. I've seen this GIF of Broly and Gogeta. Okay, good job, Liam. Okay, well I think the legendary Super Saiyan Broly might perhaps make the cut. Maybe one of the most popular characters. He's a veteran. I can't imagine they would only pick one Broly, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Raccoon.
Yeah, he has like the longest fight in that sub arc, so.
And it's when Goku comes back and he just fucking bodies
Yeah, and he just snaps.
Raccoon.
A fan favorite, Cyberman will return. I mean, he has a lot of screen time. He fights Yamcha. Yamcha beats him in some countries.
I'm gonna pick Nappa.
Nappa's also probably a slightly better choice.
Nappa will definitely be in.
If there is a base form Frieza, if there was only one, it would probably be the Z. You'd probably give it to this one, right? Because this is specific. This is just Frieza final form. This one is specifically a DBS variation, right? If they had to pick one villain, you'd pick Frieza, because he's not only one of the most iconic and longest fights in anime, but he's back and he's like always around now. So, and he's so fun. You could have him fight people.
I'm gonna do something a little off the wall, something most people wouldn't think of off the rip. I'm gonna go Jucko.
Jocko the Galactic Patrolman.
Mr. Taco.
That's a good pick.
I feel like he's just an easy one-off character they could throw in. He doesn't have any forms.
He's got a unique moveset,
and
he's got
he would do his little poses.
And he's a main character. He has his own entire manga dedicated to him. They really need to, once they finish the Sandland thing, they should do a CG movie or show for his adaptation. I'm surprised they still haven't done that. I like the design of regular Gotenks a bit more because you get the two colored hair.
That's interesting.
Jeez. So you almost have all 5 Ginyu Force members.
Yep. We don't even need to rehash why I picked a Ginyu Force member.
Well, I think Birder. I think he's the fastest character
you
in
fucking
Dragon Ball.
douchebag. I hate you. I'm gonna do Frieza first form.
Yeah, for the story, they fight him a lot in first form. Well, if they only had 2 besides like Golden, they would do first form because it is iconic. I'm pretty sure in the movie, when they bring him back, he just skips 2 and 3 and goes straight to 4, which is interesting. Right, healthcare is calling. I don't know what that means. Who the heck just joined? Oh, you fucking loser. Stop. Okay, did I pick someone? No. I'm gonna pick Android 17. He's very popular. The super version is more popular now, I think. They'll probably have the Piccolo fight. Okay, you pick Dragon Ball super version of 17.
Yep.
They called
He's cooler.
Twice? They called multiple times? Have you ever gotten a call from healthcare? Am I in trouble?
Yeah, they're gonna take your kidneys.
Okay. Whatever. I might have a disease I'm not aware of now. Did you pick someone? You picked 17 from Super. I kind of think maybe that's more likely because that is the version they went with to be playable in fighters. I don't know what you do about that. Like if there's only one Android 17, it's not stated to be Dragon Ball Super, but he has that outfit now. I guess you should probably get the point because it's clearly invoking the Tournament of Power version, right?
Yes.
Super Brary.
Android 13.
Android 13. Dude, you're gonna eat crow on these movie characters. No, Android 13 is so
Everyone loves Android 13.
Dude, you picked Android 13 before Android 20.
And?
Okay.
Don't lecture me with your $30 haircut.
I have Dr. Gero. He created the androids, and maybe they could do a Gero and 21 marriage episode.
19, because if they're gonna put Gero in, they'll probably put.
Given that Gero is coming back, I think Dabra will return. He has a unique moveset. He's important to the Boo arc. He's underutilized. He's Super Saiyan 2 level.
I'm gonna do Champa. I think they could put Champa in, and I wouldn't feel weird.
Yeah. He made it into Xenoverse, but that was also one of those things where Universe 6 was coming out and the first designs we got were Champa and Vados, so Xenoverse was like, let's just put these guys in. You know, when they're new, they're very valuable. But then you don't really see what they can do, whatever. They can have a baseball costume, yeah. Super Saiyan 2 Goku will return. You can't have Goku without Super Saiyan 2 Goku.
I'm gonna do third form Frieza. Because it's probably one of the coolest looking forms of Frieza. It's really out there.
It's very distinct, yeah.
That being said, it probably won't. It could be. It just
No,
depends
it won't
on.
be there. And they're gonna do the whole thing. I mean, they used to always have every Frieza form. This was before your time. Back in the day, they would make Dragon Ball games and they would have every Frieza form, and you could cycle through all of them. But these games aren't good games. All the characters play exactly the fucking same. But yeah, third form Frieza is cool. It's definitely better than second form Frieza. Super Buu is weird because if you had to pick one, it'd probably be Buhan.
Mm-hmm.
But then it feels like for some reason that Super Buu you should pick. Because that's the one that fights Gotenks. Nobody cares about Buu tanks. Buikalo, on the other hand. You notice I Fit Buu? That's a new character. That didn't exist when Tenkaichi 3 came out, and it really doesn't even exist anyways. It's just a big tease. They gave Majin Buu a brand new distinct form, and they didn't use it. Perfect Cell might make an appearance. There's a point in Dragon Ball Z where Cell actually absorbs both androids and he achieves a form thanks to Vegeta and Krillin's efforts. So you think Vegeta will be in the game?
Yes.
Alright, dude.
A little contentious.
So, I don't know what this means. I guess if there's... This is specifically Cell Arc Vegeta, but if there's only a Vegeta... Oh
What?
man, this
isn't Cell Arc Vegeta?
Well, that's what Vegeta is in Budokai Tenkaichi, because it's distinct. So if there's only one Vegeta, you would pick this Vegeta, because this is Vegeta All. If there's Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z Vegeta, then Dragon Ball Z Vegeta would be this one. So this Vegeta only counts if there's also a Scouter Vegeta and or a Buu Vegeta, so known as Vegeta's second form. And if that's the case, is it more or less likely to bet on Scouter Vegeta? Going with Piccolo End. Like I said, this would be if Piccolo's in the game, but it has Hell Zone Grenade, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good bet. Unless they do an all Piccolo, which is also possible.
I am going to do...
Oh, maybe that was dumb. Because that only works if there's more than one Piccolo base form. Maybe Piccolo All was the move, because why would you have more than one Piccolo anymore?
Gohan with the Z sword, because it's a pretty cool design.
So I'm pretty sure this has only been in Super Dragon Ball Z. It's never been in Budokai Tenkaichi. It was a new color.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean? It's not from Super, it's from Z.
It's from the fighting game Super Dragon Ball Z, which is really fun. Kid Gohan. Young Gohan. He's always there, and he's in like 2 of the most important story arcs. Oh my god. We're only just past 20%.
Yeah, but it's gonna go really fast soon.
Exactly. It's gonna go fast on the next episode of Gamba Z. By the way, there was no news on Goku Day for Tenkaichi. There was just some fucking Fortnite bloke